Yui holds up the Hachimaki and studies the autographs of everyone who's ever signed it. Through puffy, stinging eyes, she sees the names of her sisters in the Sakura Seven. Competitors, rivals turned friends like Shinji Tabuchi. When she wraps the Hachimaki around her arm before a race, she wears her life story, told in the names of those who have come and gone from her life. She stares at an empty space in the center of the Hachimaki and feels her grandmother's absence. She was the only one in her family to support her, as she learned to fix motorbikes, and then ride them, and then race them. Everything I am, I owed her. The long road from Nagoya to Hida is made longer by the seemingly endless tunnels Yui must ride through. The walls close in around her, speeding by without any landmarks. Has she been riding for an hour, a week? It all feels the same down here. She coasts along a bend in the tunnel, and suddenly she can make out a pinpoint of light in the distance, getting bigger and bigger until the sunlight overwhelms her senses, and she has to fight the urge to shut her eyes. Yui relaxes the throttle, takes a deep breath. No more walls, just fresh air and forests that stretch out to eternity. A biker develops a double vision when they ride. Yui keeps her eyes fixed on the road ahead, but still she's able to take in the trees that flank either side of the highway. The forests outside Hida were always so beautiful, especially at this time of year, just before summer reaches its peak. It was through these forests that Yui would go on long walks with her grandmother. They would talk, they would laugh. Sometimes little Yui would cry, and her grandmother would... Even as she decelerates, the whine of Yui's inline-4 engine cuts through the silent morning. She lets the bike roll down the narrow street, looking left and right for any sign of the funeral home. Being in Hida after so many years away is a cruel reunion. She has no time to reminisce, even as she passes alleyways and corner stores that awaken memories long buried. At last, she rolls up to the funeral home and drops her kickstand. She moves in a flurry, peeling off her helmet and leather jacket. She slicks back her sweaty hair and adjusts her blouse, the nicest thing she had in her closet. She walks into the parlor 1 minute before the hour. The room is already full, row after row of faces Yui half remembers, faces that turn to watch her enter. Yui bows to either side of the aisle every few steps, pretending to ignore the shocked murmuring. Let them talk. I'm not here for any of you. I'm here for... A resplendent coffin rests at the far end of the parlor, surrounded by flowers. The sight of her grandmother's face, a beautiful scowl set in a picture frame, thrusts Yui into the past. Memories of curling up under the blankets, her grandmother at the foot of the bed telling stories, her own little world at peace. Mother rises from her seat in the front row. Next to her, Yui recognizes father's bald spot. He doesn't. The wake passes in a blur without Yui noticing. Incense lit, prayers chanted, all to be repeated tomorrow when everyone returns for the funeral proper. Mother doesn't invite Yui to stay at the house while she's in town. Yui doesn't ask. If he doesn't want me to come home, I won't beg. A couple phone calls later, and Yui connects with a friend of a friend in Takayama with a sleeping bag and a mostly empty living room. But the day is still young, and Yui is on a mission. Yui looks up through the trees at the mountain peaks in the distance. She remembers being so small, walking through these forests with her grandmother. But what she can't remember is how to find their secret spot. It was south of the town, along the road that leads to the tunnel. I just need to keep walking south. She stumbles through the forest, fighting off an onslaught of invasive thoughts. You actually think Father will apologize? Or Mother? The stone fox stares back at Yui from its pedestal. She hadn't planned to stop at this roadside shrine. She didn't even remember the shrine being at this spot along the canal in her youth. Something within
you in. Yeah. Ow!